live to come. Next up is the first of the men's doubles semi-finals, and Rankireddy and Shetty, the Asian Games gold medalists and beaten finalists here last year, up against Kim Won-ho and Soseung Jae, who have resurrected their partnership about 6 years after they last played together. Well, as far as the men's doubles draw is concerned, by quarter-final stage we had 7 different flags next to the 8 pairs, 2 from Malaysia. It was the most diverse at quarter-final stage of all 5 disciplines. Now look at that, all 4 quarter-finals won and lost in 2 straight games. But also I hope you noticed that there was only 1 seeded pair at quarter-final stage. And that pair was indeed the pair we're about to watch, Satwik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty. So they're not quite sure which way they're supposed to be coming, but it is down the ramp. There we go, gentlemen. Well, this is a match that I think is very intriguing, because the way that the Koreans have played so far in the tournament, all of their matches won in 2 straight games, and the manner in which they have won in 2 straight games has been hugely impressive. This, unsurprisingly, will be a first meeting between these 2 pairs, because as I was telling you, Kim and So, well, they haven't played since 2019. They only played 2 tournaments that year. Reached the final of the Spain Masters. And there we are, that confirms what I was telling you. To the toss of the coin, conducted by our umpire, Sung Gang, China. So the beaten finalists from last year, Rankireddy and Shetty, won the toss of the coin and have chosen to start the far end of the court. Well, the Koreans did actually win a tournament back in 2017, the Korean Grand Prix Gold, which nowadays is the Korean Masters Super 300 event. Satwik Sairaj Rankireddy is 24 years of age. He's a tall man, 184, although a couple of centimetres shorter than his partner. They are former world #1s, 18 weeks in total across 3 different spells at the top of the world rankings. But as you can see, their ranking has dropped to #9. 4 finals last year, winning the French Open and the Thailand Open. And as you can see, Shetty is the older of the 2 at the age of 27, born in Mumbai, formerly known as Bombay. They had their problems in the very first round against Luan Tang of Chinese Taipei. And then in the quarter-final yesterday, they were 8-11 down in the second game, before really piling on the pressure against On Yu Sin and Teo Yi, the Malaysians. So to Kim Won-ho, he is the Olympic silver medalist in the mixed doubles discipline, and he also happens to have been beaten finalist last year in the mixed doubles with Jeong Na-eun. Lost out to Watanabe and Higashino a year ago, the 25-year-old from Suwon. They did actually reach 19 on the world ranking back in 2018, 3 consecutive weeks from the beginning of June, as we look at the double world champion. Soseung Jae won gold in both men's doubles and mixed doubles at the last World Championships. Now, I told you they had been impressive so far. Look at that, including the second round against the #2 seeds, the defending champions, Liang Wei Kang and Wang Chan. So the longest of their matches so far was the first round at 45 minutes. They really have been very, very impressive. So Lim Ho Huang from Malaysia in the service judge's chair. And Sung Gang, as I was telling you, the umpire for this one. I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that former Danish head coach Steen Pedersen is sitting alongside me, as always. He's done all week, and it is some considerable time, almost 6 years since the Koreans last played together. But my goodness, it's if they would have been playing non-stop in that period. They've looked impressive.
Yeah, they somehow have an ability to switch the pairings around Korea and still perform really, really well. In all the doubles discipline, actually.
Yes,
and
I agree with that.
Yeah, almost 7 years back now, and you could say that Siu, he was still a relatively green doubles player at that time, and Kim Won-ho was relatively green in the elite level of world badminton. Must have been 18 years of age or something like that.
I think he was 19 when they last played. They last played together in 2019.
On my right, Kim Won-ho and Song Tae-ge. And on my left, center wing Rankireddy and Shetty, India. Kim Won-ho to serve to center wing Rankireddy. Lamo. Play.
So it is the unseeded Koreans, Kim Won-ho and So Seung-jae, the left and right-handed combination nearest to us against last year's beaten finalists, Rankireddy and Shetty. Well, we were talking yesterday about Rankireddy and Shetty because when they reached the final last year, they became the first ever players from India to contest a final at the Malaysian Open across any discipline.
Love.
I'm sure they'd love to go one better this year.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Create even more history.
Of course, on paper, they are the favourites. The only seeds left in the tournament.
Only seeds left in from quarter-final stage. We lost 4 seeds in the very first round. Then after the second round, we were down to 1 seed. Extraordinary. Yeah.
So
I guess it was the legendary England football coach Brian Clough who said, on paper we were the favourites. Unfortunately, the match was played on grass. And I think that could very well be the same here because they've looked really solid, Kim and Siu.
Yeah. Both using their height extremely well there, Rankireddy and Shetty. One 6.5 inches and Shetty just about 6'1". That's nice. What is it that makes this man so special, Steve?
Yeah, he's got extremely good mobility. He's got excellent touch, good eye for the gaps, and a steep attack with lots of variations in it.
3-all.
Great tactical awareness as well. Because he's not really the hardest of hitters, is he?
No.
Wow.
Really developed two fantastic doubles players, not only men's doubles but also mixed doubles. These two super quick, good defense as well.
Serves over 4-all.
But Kim Won-ho doesn't have that fantastic match up against Rankireddy and Shetty. But Seo Jae won the last time he played Shetty and Rankireddy when he played with Jin Yong. Oi, oi, oi.
Oh my goodness, amazing defence for Shetty.
Oh.
Oh, that's brilliant!
Fireworks.
Serves over 5-4.
No, I'm not quite sure which of the two Koreans played that last shot. Well, they found the gap.
Serves over.
Nicely done by Rankireddy, getting the shuttle below the tape to Seo.
Oh, there's the confusion.
Serves over.
Well, they got themselves out of trouble, but they both left it for the other initially, the Koreans, at the back of the court. Nice to see Kim Won-ho playing without a knee bandaged up.
Yeah.
Goodness. This is fabulous pace.
7-5. Change was wrong.
Yeah, good work from Shetty. And that is definitely what they want to do as far as formation is concerned, get Shetty forward. Very dominant and quick at the front of the court. Oh, that's landed in. It's interesting seeing, we were talking earlier in the week about men's doubles pairs and whether it was desirable to have a front court designated player.
Yeah.
And you know, I can't remember these two playing together. Of course I can remember them playing together. I can't remember the details and the specifics of it. And it looks to me already as if Kim Won-ho is going to be the designated front court player.
Yeah.
9-6.
There's some signs of that. I think they are very versatile. You could brand them both as backcourt players due to their mixed doubles abilities, and you could brand them both as front court players as well. Even mid-court players because of their quick racket skills, good defense, good flat game. So they should be able to tailor their game well to their different opponents. But most likely we see, or most of the times we see Koreans, they're not really concerned about the opponents. They're basically playing their own style and live and die with that. So that's going to be interesting to see here when they're challenged, whether they can make some changes if needed. Right now they're doing absolutely fine.
What, keeping Kim Won-ho at the back of the court?
Playing drop shots to Rankireddy.
So not giving the Indian pair any pace to feed off. And the Koreans have raced to an 11-6 lead in this opening game. Only 9 minutes played. My goodness me. Well, Tan Kim-her, the Indian men's doubles coach, she's just returned to coach in India. Had a coaching spell there before going to Japan. And using all of his allotted time there. In fact, the umpire had to tell him twice to leave the court. Yeah, good work.
And that's going to be important for Shetty and Rankireddy to get out of the service situation on top of the rally. If they don't do that, then I think it could be very, very difficult for them to get past Kim and Seo in the semi-final. So super important serve, but also the third shot. Shot.
Yeah, they're all hitting drop shots now. Oh, that's landed in as well. Well, Shetty wants to challenge that. I suspect that might be a wasted challenge. Not sure we could be much further away from that back line, but the way the shuttle was flying, and given the drift, staying in that far side of the court. Yes, it was way in. I think that was an emotional challenge.
Challenge all successful. One challenge remaining.
I wonder if the playing conditions are a little bit slower today than previous days. That would explain many drop shots. I saw a women's double that lasted 90 minutes. Chinese affair. Liu Tan lost to Jiang.
So 8-12.
would the playing conditions change? I mean, we've got a pretty packed stadium here. We've had good crowds every day.
Yeah, there's something about the air pressure in terms of the weather outside. I've heard different explanations. Heat, cold, humidity, and so on. I guess it all affects the flight of the shuttle. Boy, how quick was he on that one too?
14-8.
Sensed that an opportunity would occur. Look at that. The moment the shuttle drops below the top of the tape, he's on his way forward. Sees that it's Rankireddy, that it's Shetty who's playing it, and knows that he's keen to keep the initiative at the net. Oh, that's gone long.
Well, they're challenging.
Team 1 hole challenges called in.
Way long. How on earth was that called in?
It was in on the green mat. That's the only explanation.
15-8. Play.
7-point cushion against the number 7 seeds. Don't believe it. That's just outrageous. Desperation defence against the net cord. That's amazing. Oh, look at that again. The anticipation. Well, ever since I said that I thought that Kim Won-ho might be the designated front court player, I'm having second thoughts about that. Can I change my mind?
But obviously both players have an excellent eye for the game on the front court as well.
Yeah.
Subs over.
And if we can't figure out who is the front court player, then it shows that men's doubles doesn't actually need a dedicated front court player.
And what about these two here in purple? Do you think they can figure out who's the front court player?
No, I don't think they can.
No.
Play.
That's well left.
Yeah, I'll get out of the way there so that line judge had a good look at the line, because that was where the error was before. He was actually blocking it with his foot.
Yeah. But it was the right call. It was definitely wrong.
Right call.
Brilliant. Utterly brilliant from So Seung-jae.
19-9.
Well, it's his third consecutive semi-final at the Malaysian Open for So Seung-jae. Last 2 years with Kang Min-hyuk. Never been in the final though.
Subs over. 10-19. Serves over.
So game point opportunities
20. Game
after
point
only 18
10.
minutes. This has been a fabulous display by this Korean pair. And the Asian Games gold medalists are going to have quite a lot to think about and discuss in the 2-minute timeout.
Game.
21-10, the opening game. This is just a wonderful demonstration of men's doubles by the two Koreans. You'd never guess that it's almost 6 years since they last played together. Wow, that was way out.
Yeah, I think so. Judging by his feet position.
So opening game, 21-10 in favour of Kim Won-ho and So Seung-jae in just a fraction under 19 minutes.
이런 모션이나 이런 게 없단 말이야. 그러니까 그걸 어떻게 보면 그 속도를 이용할 줄 알아야 돼. 그 정확하게 들어오는 거 급하게 들어와서 치는 볼들을 거기가 맞받아 치면은 오히려 그게 역습으로 갈 수가 있단 말이야. 그걸 하나씩 노려보란 말이야. 세상에 이게 Get it? Get it? Okay, next one. Now just service. Actually just service. Still alright to take it. Put pressure there. Push. Instead of you can push a little bit push, then your place square. Okay? If they leave, no.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Oh, coach, please. Second the game. Level. Play.
Well, an absolutely fantastic opening game as far as the Koreans are concerned. Kim Won-ho and So Seung-jae, 21-10 against the Asian Games gold medalists. Rankireddy and Shetty will need to up their game here. Wow, that's super.
1 love.
I think I'm right in saying, Steen, that Rankireddy and Shetty have only played one tournament since the Olympic Games.
That's right.
And they do look slightly off the pace.
Yeah, I agree.
But what should they be doing?
Yeah, they were the ones that chose end, so that means that they must think that this is the better end, the way I see it, and they can play without having to worry too much about playing it long. But I think it looks difficult for them in sort of normal play. The service situation is still super important. I wonder if we'll see more flicks from Shetty. He's got a very good drive serve. The problem is, I think they're losing all the long rallies, more or less. There's an occasional winner, but that's not something they can do over and over again. So I think they've got to be sharp on the plan and try to get to play 2 against 1 on a smaller court, so to speak. So they target one player and they're very distinct in terms of where they're hitting, so the front court player knows what the back court player is doing and so on. So really sharp on the agreements.
Serves over 2-all.
Rankireddy. Probably also see them come step a little bit extra forward when they've got the Koreans below the top of the tape. Will be more inclined to play into the net here from the far side of the court in this second game.
Well, that error from Rankireddy is the sort of error that says to me that they're not match fit. They're not really on the pace. Now that's a super shot. Hopefully that will give the Indian pair belief and encouragement. He has got a thunderous smash, no doubt about it. Rankireddy. Mind you, that wasn't too shabby either, was it?
No. 4-all.
That was lucky for Shetty and Rankireddy. Rankireddy should have blocked it earlier when he had the chance. Got away with it.
What, that one?
Yeah, there was even before there was an opening in that area there on the left-hand side from where we're watching. Short left-hand side.
Which is where we're all watching.
Yeah, that's true.
Subs over. 5.
We're watching the same as people at home. Yeah, look at that. That's the sort of placement, the awareness of where to hit the shuttle.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether that's just an innate ability to be able to do that, whether that comes completely naturally.
Subs over.
No,
6.
I don't think so.
You can teach it as well.
That's one of the things that I've become more and more convinced about with badminton. You have a certain stature, you have a certain height and so on, but apart from that, it's like an education. You can learn things. It might take a long time and it might take a lot of practice, but you can learn.
Oh, that's right into the corner. That's perfect placement. I don't doubt you, Steen. I think everybody can learn and improve in everything we do.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that badminton happens so quickly, and that awareness. I mean, Hendra Shetty, who's about to retire. A couple of weeks' time, he's playing his last ever tournament. The daddies together with Mohammed Hassan. Now, Hendra Shetty's anticipation. Why hasn't everybody learnt that sort of anticipation? He must have some sort of natural ability.
He's been coached for many years and has had many peers that were strong in the same area, but he's been coached by the likes of Christian Harinata and Harry Piangadi. And you got to, I mean, it's just like going to school. If you have a really good teacher, then you become really well educated. If you have a teacher that's not quite as good, then you're lacking a little bit compared to the one with a good teacher.
Yeah, but then why isn't Mohammed Hassan equally as good at anticipating as Hendra Shetty?
Yeah, he's had some skills in different direction, played with different players. This is not something that's done over a year or two. That's all the way from you start playing badminton and upwards in your career. But one of the examples we're gonna see that in the next match, mixed double.
No, that's 2 matches.
2 matches from now. Toei Wei, who in my opinion have become much better at anticipating at the front court over the last 1.5 years or so.
Yeah.
Where previously she looked a little bit lost there at the net. She was more like a women's doubles player playing mixed doubles.
That's
now I
nicely
think
taken.
she looks like a really experienced.
I totally agree. I totally agree. But our list of discussion points for our flight on Monday morning is expanding, because I'd like to discuss that more with you.
We
because
might have to take it the other way around.
because I think there's an awful lot of natural ability in anticipation. That's well taken. That's nicely done.
Service over. 8-9.
Well, there's no doubt the Indian pair are living with the pace and matching the Koreans so far in the second game.
Short.
And there's a challenge here from Sudirman.
So Sunday, 10 inches called out.
Oh, out by a whisker. Literally a whisker.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining.
Oh, that was a very good call by the line judge.
Service over. 10-8. Thank you. Play.
Close down to the net, the Indians. That's great play.
And their reward of that attacking positive play is a 3-point advantage here at the mid-game interval of the second game. The Koreans haven't won the opening game though, and that is most definitely what the Indian pair need to do. Get Shetty to really pressurise the nets, forcing a weak reply that Rankireddy was able to put away.
When they receive, organize yourself. If I stop the circuit, if you go front,
20 seconds.
you go front, then you go front.
20 seconds. Coach, please.
Sometimes
Coach.
I
Coach.
intercept. Yeah? I talk.
Well, I really didn't get the gist of what Kim He was saying in that coaching break.
No, it's difficult to hear this cheering, and we get in a little bit late in the break. The first part is done for Shetty and Rankireddy. They're much better in this second game. He was late on that one.
Well, it looked to me as if he changed his mind. He sort of almost took his racket away from
Yeah,
that.
but I think that was because he was a little bit too late in perceiving what they should be doing, and they should step forward, both of them. It's natural for Shetty, and I say natural, but he's really good at it. Rankireddy, he needs to think a little bit extra of what to do.
So have you just concurred with me?
No, no, that's why I mentioned it. It's because he's practiced it so many times, Shetty.
Service over. 10-12. Play.
Brilliant, utterly brilliant from Sudirman.
11-12.
He did well to get his racket out of the way of that, Seung Jae.
12 all.
And the back level. 4 of the 5 points since the mid-game interval to the Koreans. Well left.
13-12.
Like that, 5 of the 6 points since the mid-game interval.
See you.
14-12.
I'd love to know what the Korean coach said to his players. That was all of a sudden. Just sprung into action. 6 of the last 7 points.
See you, he's been serving well and he's been very active after the service. He's been like a little bit of a backup here. All of the Indians, I will try and get it past Siu now.
Unable to do so. Yeah.
Subsummer 13-14. Thank you.
It was a little bit static at the front of the court here, Rankireddy.
13.
Watch his feet here.
Yeah, it's an awkward position.
Yes.
Pranani, you ready?
Well, that came off the frame of the racket. It's a little bit lucky for Kim Won-ho. Oof. That was worth a challenge, wasn't it?
Shetty.
Another one off the frame of the racket. This time didn't go over.
14-16. Play.
Been absolutely magnificent since the interval, Seung Jae. If I were the Indians, I would try and direct a bit more of the shots to Kim Won-ho. He's also good, but I just feel that Siu is having a really, really good day.
Lift goes long of the back line.
18-14.
So it's 10-3 now since the interval for the Koreans.
Yep.
must have been a fantastic serve because Shetty, he was quick on that one.
Yes. And he's got a long arm, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Like an arm outstretched, trying to attack the low serve and wasn't able to do so. Match point opportunities. 12 of the last 15 points. Good return. Very good return.
15-20.
Surely it's too little too late. Mind you, earlier in the week, we saw the Popov brothers come from 14-20 down to win a match.
That's right.
Win a game and 14-20 down, so it is possible. On their second match point opportunity. Kim Won-ho and So Sang-jae book their place in the final. What will be a fifth final for them as a pair, but a first final since the inception of the World Tour era. Almost 6 years after they last played, they're through to the final of their first tournament since they've reformed their partnership. Quite remarkable. They have disposed of the Asian Games gold medalists in 2 straight games. 21-10, 21-15 in a match lasting just 40 minutes. That was impressive. So confirmation of that scoreline, 21-10, 21-15, and Kim Won-ho and So Sang-jae through to the final. So coming up next is men's singles. It's the first of our men's singles, and it is a repeat of the Asian Games gold medal match. It's the current world #1 Shiyu Chi, and beaten finalist last year against the gold medalist from the Asian Games, Li Shifeng. Welcome back to the Axiata Arena here in the Malaysian capital of Kuala Lumpur, venue for the PETRONAS Malaysia Open. And our next match is the first of the men's singles semi-finals, a repeat of the Asian Games gold medal match from a couple of years ago. Shi Yu Chi is the current world #1